Hi everyone! This video will be about add-ons. I know I already have one, but about add-ons, but it's kind of old already. I think it's 1 year old or something. So things changed and I think it's time for an update. In the first part of the video, I will show you in a dungeon run how my add-ons look like when they're used. And in the second part, I will talk about names and where you can find those add-ons and give you a lot of more info about those add-ons that I showed and many more. So stay tuned. So here is the mother load run, and you can see here the party chat window, how it popped up when someone said something in the party. That's for the Whim add-on. And now when I target a mob, you can see how the targeted nameplate has this little pink arrow, and next to the nameplate sometimes you can see a moon. The moon indicates this is the mob with the most health that needs to be targeted first and killed, DPS'd first, because this is for this week's Affix, and the name of that aura is Bolstering. Then you can see the trinket, WeakAuras with the time left before the CD is off. On the left upper side there is the WeakAuras that shows the party interrupts and how long is left until they are off CD. What else? These icons that are popping up are the Mythic plus dungeon WeakAuras, showing what's going on, alerts I have to be careful of. The next thing is down there on the left side. You can see it says 17 hours. That's how much is left before I can use my Opulence crown again. Down in the left corner you can see my FPS. It dropped kind of to 30 from the usual 60 for some reason, and number of guild members, number of friends. On the right side you can see my currencies on the minimap and the time, the durability, and I don't know, I think that's about it. That's all the add-ons I described to you in this video. So in the next part of this video I will show you many more add-ons that I use, where to find them, what are they good for, how to install them, and I will describe them for you, so if you like them you can install them yourself. So just don't go away yet, stay till the end. See you in a bit. So what we will do today is mainly talk about this 4 add-ons. Maybe if I squeeze a bit more time in it, there will be mentioning of some other add-ons as well, but these 4 are the most important that I use and that are very helpful. So the first one is WeakAuras. Then there is the Twitch application that helps you maintain all your add-ons, and Rider EO. Well, of course you need that one only if you are doing Mythic plus dungeons and raiding. And then the ElvUI client, which helps you maintain your ElvUI add-on, and ElvUI is actually interface add-on which quite a lot of people use, but some of you that didn't hear about it, well, now you're gonna hear about it. So let's start. The WeakAuras add-on, you can download it from this webpage. It's courseforge.com. I will put the link below the video. And you can either download it via the Twitch application or just manually, the usual way how you download add-ons. I will suppose you know at least that. When you have it installed, the Twitch application is really good. It will look something like this. It makes your life much easier by having all the add-ons you use in one place, and you can see if any of them is out of date. As you see, mines are sadly not at this moment, so I cannot show you an example, but when they're out of date, it's gonna appear here, and you just clicked on it and they're going to update. So the Twitch application, you get that from the website here, CourseForge, and again I will put the link below the video, and you just have to download Twitch, and you really don't need to use Twitch, and you don't need to have anything to do with Twitch. You can just, that's what I do. I totally don't use Twitch, I just use it for the Addon application. Okay, the next thing is the WeakAuras. So the WeakAuras, I told you how to install it, the add-on, and when you have it, then you need to go to this website. It's called WeakAuras. And there are a lot of WeakAuras that you can choose from. You can click here on the side where it says WeakAuras, and you see what all there is. Let's go to the dungeons, and then here's something where the affix is. Here's the Bursting affix chat announcer. That may be a good one. Or the explosive orbs. You know, when the affix explosive orbs is on, they're gonna appear orbs all around the mobs that you're killing, and the orbs always have the priority. You have to kill them first, so it's good to have something to show you when the orbs appeared, because in all the masses of mobs sometimes you just can't see the orbs very clearly. So you click on the link, and then right here in the corner, copy WeakAuras import string. When you click here, nothing will happen, but you're going to copy the string, and then with that you go in game and you paste the string right into your WeakAuras add-on, with which I will show you in a moment. So here we are again. I logged into my priest so I can show you how to paste that WeakAuras string that we copied earlier. So you type in your chat window WA, which is a shortcut for WeakAuras, and this window will pop up. So now you go all the way down here to the external category, and you choose import. Here's a big blank space that you can fill now with your string. So you just do paste that string here, and this little window here will appear. You see, this is where you need to click import. Now that you did this, we're gonna move this window a little bit so we can see where the icon for the WeakAuras appeared, and it's here, and we can move it wherever we want to. Where does it suit you best to appear when you're in the dungeon and when you want to see this as an alert that there are new orbs appeared, and there are going to be a number to show you how many orbs are right now in that encounter. I'm going to make it a little smaller. You can do that as well by dragging this little corner there, and I think here is a good place not to miss it. So what else there is to see? These are all my WeakAuras. You have a lot of options to change a lot of things in every of those auras. If you want to go deeper into it, you could, for example, add a noise sound to a WeakAuras so it reminds you when something is happening, or you could change the way it glows or the way where it appears. You can move every of it. So there's a lot of flexibility in how you can work around these auras. You don't need to leave them be as they are made. You can make changes that suit you. What else? Yeah, then there is now recently, that's a kind of newish thing. There's another add-on you can download that will help you update this WeakAuras in game, so you don't have to go every time to the WeakAuras website and check if those add-ons are updated. These not add-ons, WeakAuras. So you see this little sign here, it means, because I do have the add-on, it means that this WeakAuras has an update, and when I click on it, it will give me the option to create a copy of this WeakAuras or to update the auras. So I will choose update auras, and then here down click on this red button, import as update, and now all the WeakAuras in this group will be updated. Here's another one. Let's do the same. Update auras and import as update. So that's it about WeakAuras. I can give you some advice which one to use, which one I find really good. Go through my list. Okay, because my main character is a hunter, I have a lot of auras for hunters. So there is the beast cleave tracker. It's a really good thing if you're a hunter. The binding announce. This is a WeakAuras that types in the say chat that a binding shot is down, so your tank knows when to start running. Then there is this cast mass resurrection. It shows me if someone is, you see it up here, if someone is casting mass resurrection. So I'm sure I don't need to beg others to rest me or to release. Then what else do I have? Yeah, I like this one as well, where I have a target. I'm sure this doesn't happen to many of you, but to me it just happens as a hunter. I don't know, I don't pay attention to what am I targeting too much when there's really a huge mass of mobs. I just keep DPSing, and then suddenly I DPS nowhere, right? Because I don't have a target anymore. So this drags my attention, so I know that I have to target something else because I don't have a target anymore. Then we have, this is all for raiding, a trinket tracker. I love this one. So it shows when your trinkets are ready, and you can even put your key binding letter on it, so it reminds you what to press. Okay, this is as well for a trinket, a special trinket that I have on my hunter. It shows me when it's the best time to use it. It's for the variable intensity gigavolt oscillating reactor. What a name for a trinket, really. And then what else? This is again a riding one. This is a sound for a beast cleave. It's a really tiny, not very intruding sound, but it helps when my eyes are not really on my rotation bars, and because it happens very often that I need to use multi-shot to refresh beast cleave, and I don't want to forget it, so I have a tiny little sound that reminds me to do it. This is for BFA Dungeons. There's a lot of things here. They're gonna appear in a second. For every BFA dungeon, you see quite a big list, but of course all those icons won't appear like this. They're gonna come one by one as things are happening in the dungeons. Then this is one for the Affix. You can see what it means. When there are too many stacks, we just need to stop killing. This is a range check for different bosses in raids. This one is a interrupt tracker, so you can see what other people... Actually, this one doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm gonna have to change it or to find another one. I have a similar one for party groups, and that one works. It shows me when my fellow party members use their interrupt ability and when it's off cooldown again. And I wanted to find one for raiding, similar, but I don't know, for some reason this doesn't work. Or maybe I wasn't raiding heroic with my Alliance Hunter, so I didn't test this. Maybe it's only working on heroic and not on LFR or normal. Anyway, I'm gonna have to look into that. This is my frenzy sound reminder. Yeah, I have a sound for that as well. Again, a hunter thing. This is for Opulence, the boss in the raid. There is a room where you need to get your gem, and I really don't need this actually anymore. It was in the beginning of the raiding when I wasn't used to and I wasn't so sure which room is the one with the gems, so I don't miss it. And this WeakAuras is popping up when you enter that room, and it reminds you to get your gem. Did I say gem? I mean, really? Sorry. What else? Yeah, Hunter, I have the Purge ability, so this little add-on, this little aura is adding this sign, this icon to the mob's nameplate when there is something to purge, so I don't miss it. So it's not actually going to be placed here where the icon is. It's going to be placed next to the nameplates of the mobs that have something that can be purged. Maybe I'm gonna find a dungeon run and show you how it looks like in an actual fight. These are some, I don't know, for my monk. I didn't play my monk much, so I'm not gonna explain those. This is the, I was talking about the Mythic Plus Interrupt Tracker, so you can see your team members interrupt CD. Well, there's not much else, to be honest. There is the icons for the raids. You see it's similar like for the dungeons. They don't appear all at once, just one by one. They tell you when important things occur, so you can react accordingly and fast enough. And I think that's about it. So let's go to the next part. By the way, here are my this is my ElvUI interface. As you can see, for a few years, I think it's 2 years, that's how long I'm using it now, and I'm really got used to it, to have everything down here where my eyes are and not up like the Blizzard original UI is. So my map is in the right corner. My rotation icons are as well in the lower part of my screen. So I don't know, I don't think I could really play very well if I don't have the ElvUI add-on and wouldn't be able to set it up as it suits me. I can move all the bars. Let me show it to you. So I'm going to press escape, and then in the game menu there is going to be this button saying ElvUI, and you will have that if you install the add-on. You click on it, and then you click on in this new window on toggle anchors, and now you can move literally everything where you want to. So here's my player frame. You see how easy it is. My cast bar, the chats, the spell bars, everything is movable, and everything is resizable as well. Though you cannot resize it here in this screen, you need to go back to the options screen of ElvUI. So when you want this to disappear, we click on lock, and then here we have the action bars. Here you can resize them and change the number of the slots for the spells. Let's say bar number 1. You see, you have here a lot of options. I mean, it's pointless to explain everything because you can read and see what they've done. Button size, button spacing, and so on. You can change the size, and the spacing and the position and the length and everything. So it's a really, really good UI add-on, in my opinion. And then you see I have here a different kind of information. I don't need to click on something to see it. They're always on my screen, like how many people are right now in the guild online, how many friends, what is my FPS, what is my MS. On the other side, on the minimap, I have my time, my durability, and you can change all that, of course. Then inside the minimap, I have some kind of currencies. On my hunter, I have a lot more because I don't really play much this priest, so I wasn't setting it up so properly. All this add-on buttons around the minimap you can hide if you want. I was too lazy to do it. What else? You can change literally everything. The bags, buffs and debuffs. I changed that as well. I mean, I move the position and the size. The chat, I don't use the chat because I use VM for the chat. What else? Nameplates. Oh, I love this. Yeah, this is the best. So you can, for example, the enemy NPC frames, you can change that. There's no enemy right around, so I can show you. Is there a fish? Maybe, let me see. Fishy no fishies. You can change the size of the nameplate and how the text appears. Do you want to see the level or the health of the enemy? And here, cool. You see, there is this great turtle. So I can, for example, I don't need to know the turtle level is 120 or that she has 100% health. For me, it's not necessary. It's enough that I have the health bar, and then I would, for example, move the name of the mob lower onto the health bar. I show you how to do this now. So let's get rid of the level. We click on the level here and disable. You see the level is gone. And then health, we click on health, and there this 100%, we don't need this. This is text, and we disable the text, so you see it's gone. And then we move the name. We click on the name. We move it lower to a little more to the middle, and then lower onto the health bar like this. This is how I like it. And then another thing I like to do is to have a little arrow that shows me what am I targeting. So you go to the targeted nameplate, and then first of all I want to make it bigger than the others that I'm not targeting. So I change the height and the weight. And then, the target low health indicator. So you see it's on default it's background glow, but I will, where is the turtle? I will change that to an arrow, top arrow. You see there is an arrow now, and I will change the color by going in the general options, colors, and I change it to something that's really distinctible, like pink, and click. Now here you see target indicator color. You have to click on this and then change to the color of your liking. Let's make it pink. Okay, and you see the arrow is pink now. You can make it green or yellow or whatever is the best color for you. So in a big group of mobs you will never miss what you're targeting again because you're always going to see the arrow. So I think that's it about ElvUI. I will log out now so I can show you some other stuff. Let me just see my add-ons. Did I miss something? Oh yeah, details, of course, damage meters. I use details really only to track my DPS, my damage, and for nothing else. I know details has so many more options, but I just didn't have the time to get into all of them. So I just use it as a simple damage meter to see how good I do or how bad. Then there is misspelled. I love this one. So if English is not your main language, then you might have problem with spelling, and this helps when you're typing. Healbot, I use Healbot for healing. When I'm healing, that's almost never. Then Wim, I use that for chatting. This is the Wim window. How can I show you how it looks like? This is the settings window. So let me see. Let's open one. I have to type something. Oh, okay, I didn't enable my guild window, so it didn't appear. I think I have only party and whisper enabled. Can I whisper to myself? Yes, I can, you see. So when I get the whisper, I get the window popping up. So it won't be swallowed in all the chat that happens in the main chat window. It will pop up, and different chats from different people will pop up in different windows. So if you have like 2 conversations or 3, it's gonna be different windows. You can stack them, of course, so they are don't appear all around of your screen, so they hide your screen, of course. But it's a very good thing if you're chatting with a lot of people and you don't want to mix it up and say something to someone that was meant for him and things like that. And I do that as well, or I have a window for a raid, because I don't want to miss if anyone in the raid says something or in the party. So I recommend this chat add-on very much. What else? AzeritePowerWeights, I have a separate video about that. I will link it down below the video. Auctionator, you know about that. It's for your auction house. Pawn is something that you use to import strings from Raidbot, for example, so that you know your stats. TomTom is for the coordinates on the map. World Quest tab is to easier see, and you see here are the world quests, and I can now sort them by different things, like by time when it's going to disappear, and by faction when I'm looking for, I don't know, turtle quest, for example. So it sorts them so I can find them easier. I can see, let's see, like this. Okay, so by reward, so you can see who gives, what quests are giving and where they are, items which one give AP, gold, or resources. This is one of the add-ons I wouldn't be able to live without, I think. I love it very much. Then we have, what else? Big wigs, of course, everyone uses this, or deadly boss modes. Simulationcraft, I have a separate video about that as well, how to sim yourself. You can check it out. Handy notes, dungeon locations. If I didn't learn by now, I will never, but I'm too lazy to disable it. And that's it. Yeah. Nothing else is really important, I think. Alright, there is Raider EO. This is if you're a Raider or a Mythic Plus runner, then you could find this usable, helpful, because it just updates your score without having to go to the website. So you see, it just refreshes and you don't have to do it manually. And that's it. You can download it from the Raider.io add-on website. And then that's the WeakAuras client. It does the same thing, it just shows you if your ElvUI is up to date or not. So you don't have to go to the website, you just check it here and you can update it right here. I think that's all. Cheers for all of you that managed to watch this video to the end, and bye!